I'm watching Scooter Moms since nobody's here loving me. What is that? Ah, somebody's here. I put on my live chat instead of my top chat. Everybody's saying bye bye on the other side. And Ellie has gotten rid of God. What happened to God? She's my deity. She just doesn't let, nobody loves me anymore. Hi, Fuzz. Literally watching Scooter Mom up here, looking on this computer, seeing, I don't know what the hell I'm doing on the phone, and going through my email on the other one. I was late to the party today because I started washing dishes and then I cleaned the garbage disposal. No, the world isn't weird when Papa Cat's not here. Hello, my deity. What, did everybody get on your case about God? Need to get over themselves. So I was thinking about what the heck? There was a Grand Canyon fire? I'm not amused. Um, I was thinking, not afraid or leery or anything of his and his minions anymore. He has absolutely no control over any of us anymore. Isn't that cute? Bizarre, but cute. Let's see. Hi, J Batty. How are you? God is not gone, just on a higher power, so you can, oh, so you can't see it. Ah, fine, be that way. Hi, Cricket. Somebody asked what last week. Do I have any regular people or are they all just mods? Felt like going, they're all just mods. Get over it. I checked the mail today. Guess what I got? Doesn't have the address on here, so you can't see. Wait, one thing. I think they're trying to tell us something. And it's so generic. All it has is the zip code. Is that scary or what? Come and have a lunch and die. When is it for? Tuesday the 22nd. I might just go. I wanted to be planted in Marin in the woods under a redwood tree, but you can get in a lot of trouble for doing that. So no redwood tree for me. Who's gagged? Lots of regular people too. Yes. Hello, Stella S. Where's Kay? Hi, Kay. How are you? Hope the hubby's doing well and all the children. So, yeah. So, because I wanted a friend of mine to do it on a motorcycle too, just to like make it a big drama-filled thing across the Golden Gate Bridge. Uh-oh. I'm about to burp, I think. I'm watching me. Okay. Nope, I didn't. I got a note that said my stuff dropped, and so that's why I thought I was going to be a burp. And I got shut doing this. Um, but yeah, sometime 10, 15 years ago, they started getting mad about things like that. So you can't go into the woods because we have so many woods around here and go have yourself buried anymore. It sucks. So, Neptune Society, I guess. I can be scattered out in the ocean really easily. Let's see, I'm gagged from the menu. No, that's the name of the restaurant, Pasta Pelican. It's actually more of it's an old restaurant. It's mostly it's more Italian than seafood. It's Italian seafood basically. So, That's how old you can tell the restaurant is because they're not just seafood, they're a certain range. And back in the day, Italian seafood was the thing. So, uh, I know you guys haven't seen each other in a while. It's been forever. Yeah, I know. A whole 2 minutes. No, the trash compactor. You know, the plastic to push it through. Has anybody thought about cleaning underneath the plastic? About once every 6 months. It's the grossest thing on the planet. And I found out one day when I couldn't get rid of the smell in the trash compactor or the trash disposal. And I was like, what the hell? Why does it still smell? And then I ran a magic eraser underneath one of the plastic things and went, and then proceeded to spend, I think, 2 hours cleaning it. So that's why it took a while to come up here. I realized it was right 2:23 or 3:23 when I came up here. And right now I'm on, you get to see, I'm on practically no work, 10 minutes on, 30 minutes off. My, what do I call it? IT band, is that right? I always think of it as an IT band because it's the annoying, it's no the annoying computer guy. Um, I've got a major spasm going on. It's not necessarily sciatica, it would be higher up. I've got a spasm in one of my muscles, and that's why I can't walk. So it's not a pull, it's a spasm in the muscle. So I was beaten up like a bozo today, and I'm a little tired. Um, we were pushed and pulled and popped and this, that, and the other, and I only screamed once, and I got to see the boys after that, but I was beat. So I'll probably go see the boys tomorrow. That's why there's no video of the boys, and I don't get them till the middle of next month. They went in to go get or called in to get their date. When they first got them, they were feral, so they went by what the little one is. I'm off. Um, he's the smallest, so they went by what he did, not by what Clinton did. Clinton's the biggest. So Clinton almost looks like a teenage cat, and Imhoff still looks a little small. So it's like, so because of that, they had to wait until they're 4 months, which technically will be next month. So I should get them at the end of August, which is great for me because I can fix my butt. I did threaten to flash my chiropractor today, though, because I keep saying I have no ass. And she's just like, oh, come on. I go, one of these days, I'm just going to show you the flaps at the end now because of the weight I lost. Not that it'd be a big deal because she is a friend of mine. So Abigail, Abby, she's in my closet. I opened the closet doors because Birdie was freaked out. Now God knows what Abby's doing in my closet. It's one of my clothes closets. And all I keep hearing is rustling. Give me a minute. What are you doing there, Mrs. Adams? You know, come on. Yes. Time to come out. There's food practically all over the house right now. You do not need to be running around. Is Birdie in here too? No. Okay. You guys, I'm busy right now. Do you care? No. Sorry if I don't get them out, that I have to like decat the first 2 inches of all of my tops and my skirts, and it drives me crazy. Yes, I left you guys alone again. I'm always leaving you guys alone. See, I trust you. I trust you with the keys that you guys will be okay while I'm gone. Doesn't that sound so archaic nowadays? Dead pelican for lunch, not a Pisces for salad. So I said that restaurant's been around for like easily 40, 50 years. And the 70s pasta pelican would have been a really funny name. So, hi Pinche, how are you doing? Bex. Um, you can see the weight loss. How much have you lost so far? You look amazing. Thank you, Ellie. Um, according to them, 40, according to me, 50. Because my my official top date or my official top weight was 142. Or I'm sorry, 192. So I'm down to 143. So 49 pounds. Pretty scary. Yeah, and half of my wardrobe is gone. Um, the DJ will be over tomorrow. There's the other DJ who's behind me. I sort of went, I had less to lose. So the clothes I had then that don't fit are going to her. Even though I think there's one thing going to KA, because that's what I've been waiting for is to finish since we weren't going to Portland anymore, is to finish going through the collection. She's getting at least one goth lacy top. So, but that's what we're all doing. We've always done that. The whole goth community has always passed around clothes. So I missed the last swap because I was in pain. So, uh, anything could happen, you guys. Louis Lewis crowd, Top Chat wouldn't name his cat after Dolly Madison, but would name it after Ashley Madison. Adam, I had a cat named Dolly Madison. She was Boo, Moo and Boo, Dolly and Eleanor. I'm gonna invite over some sailors. Hey, are they here? There aren't any sailors here. They don't get here till Fleet Week. Everything's gone. There's the only ships that come here now are Coast Guard. We used to have everybody coming here. It was hilarious when a ship would land and North Beach would just get covered in sailors. And they're all gone now. They're all on the pretty much Southern California and the East Coast. So I guess since we had all of the tech Silicon Valley that we didn't need anything else. 7 bases closed here? 7. And that's why I always say that Gen X, we were let out of the Cold War and we went bonkers and ignored everything because when you have 7 bases that, and I think, well, one didn't exist, supposedly. When at least 3 of them are, maybe 4, are first bombs. You always think about what you're going to do with the 14 minutes. So when the Cold War ended, we went bonkers and didn't give a damn, didn't pay attention to anything. That's why I always think it's the Gen Xers who dropped the ball. So, what is it with this thing too? We have Fleet Week too, which is really cool because that means we get the Blue Angels. Hmm. I love me my Blue Angels. They'll be here September. It's always a 50-50 if they're going to be able to fly or not. So, cricket is thirsty. Oh, hey, Carrie Ann, love you, girl. I know you're dealing with a lot, but if you need to talk, please reach out day or night. I am here for you. For you. We all say that to Miss Thing, and she knows that. Thank you, Ellie, for reinforcing that. Because, yes, we're here. Even if we're like hanging from a raft or someone trying to find virgins, still can't find any. Found my size 2 jeans. Can I get them above my knees? Oh, girl, size 2? Oh, no. I got to size 7. That was it. I can't even contemplate a size 2, Bex. My cousin is still, no, actually, she got mad. She's a size 4 or 6 now, and she's 3 years older than me. So, I probably couldn't get those above my ankles. I wish I would have kept my jeans. I did not keep my jeans. Ashley Madison was top cheat. Yes, that one works. Becky can send them to me, please. But are you one of those ultra skinny girls who won't gain weight like my cousin? Hmm. The appeal of a man in uniform is you know the dude got a job. Oh, we were awful. We'd go into North Beach, we'd have sailors buy us drinks, and then we'd leave them alone. It's like, well, North Beach also has strippers. Have fun with them. We aren't like that. We just like to dance with guys in uniform. And if they ever made it to like the club area, which they did more when as the years went on, but they'd make it over to our side of the bay, and then they go dance club or bar around here. Oh, we were where God, East Bay was worse. It's like, what do you think? You come over here, you're going to give us a drink, we're going to do what you want? I don't think so, dude. Ah, let's see. Hi, Dove. How are you? Ellie, you are a size two. Yeah, that's what we want to know. Well, a two or four depends on the manufacturer. Uh, the goddaughter's mom finally isn't a size two, but she was a size 2 0. So yeah, where am I? 16 minutes? Blow me. It's how I actually did not hate thin girls was my cousin because she was 6 feet tall and a size two, but she was like one of the coolest things on the planet. So I loved her. Oh, 30 off. So we're supposed to be confusing my spasm to make it work better. Today, I'm not doing a damn thing that doesn't require a chair, except for the dishes. I couldn't help them. Fleet Week always makes me feel bad for how sailors are forced to dress. I'm sorry, but I would not touch a sailor if he was in his either his civvies because they never knew how to dress, or his ship clothes, which are old dungarees and a shirt. And no, I like them in uniform, and that's what they do. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they had them in their dress uniforms because that way girls would pay attention to them, and it would get more of them to join the military because it's always been hard to join the military. So, see. Elliot, I'll reach out and send you my clothes. I have a few left that I haven't donated. Oh, thanks. Eh, I was dumb enough to get rid of my Bowie Serious Moonlight concert shirt about 4 years ago. I'd almost fit it today. That is annoying. I should have just taken it apart and put it on a leather jacket or something. Let's see, Ray saying, hi. I don't hate thin girls. I just want to feed them. Problem is my mom was rather thin, but carried it in her waist when she was older, so that I had that going for me. I have a picture of her bending over me as like two, and she's like this thin. My cousin, the goddaughter's mom, these are people you can flip top head on. That's what I called it because they'd sit there and we get Chinese or something, and they'd eat mostly everything and nothing. Always the big complaint was, I never gain any weight. Goddaughter's mom stayed with me for a week because she was going back east and the rest of the family, house and everything, gone back east already. And I gained 5 pounds. I was like, oh my God. And actually, I have a picture of her not with me though. The picture of her and I. No, that's not it. Okay. So, Ellie, I didn't realize you were such a tiny force in nature. Yes, I know. Why is it when I thought you were like God? You'd have big tracts of land and you'd be all a sturdy girl, not some little skinny girl who could beat the hell out of everybody, I'm sure. Yeah, I know you want to eat. I know. My mom spent the pretty much from I guess 60 on always in a turtleneck, always in long sleeves, but she was always cold. So I understand that. The Wegovy has made me cold. So I actually sit and I am cold if I'm not moving around. So I understand now. I was like, wow, I get my mom why she wore them. I used to tease her and say she wore mock turtlenecks to not show her age. And it's like, no, because it's freaking cold. Oh, yes, you need to make some fudge. That just cracked my eye. Fudge. Fudge. I will give you money for fudge. How much do you need for postage? Well, or and supplies, and I'll give it to you on your Webmo, Gebmo, whatever the hell it is. Even though I can only have a little bitty piece. The last two times I got voted for Carrie Ann, I got a little bitty piece, just in time because if I remember right, Papa Cat ate all of it once without me touching it. I'm like, dude, what? Oh, it took me a minute cricket out of my dough, but they don't like it when I offer to take them off. Go figure. LOL, Ellie, I think I need to make some fudge. Yes. Cricket. I've lost 60 pounds. I want to lose another 40. I don't want to be that thin anymore. I look at my old pictures and I look like a sugar skull. You also don't want to lose that much weight because I can be monstrously graphic without being graphic. See that? That is, I'm waiting for the elasticity come back to my arms. I may not be able to make it to my 130 because I don't want that. Um, I feel like an empty sack now. So it's supposed to go, a lot of it is supposed to go back, but it's supposed to be not as bad. I've been doing stuff to my face and my neck, so I cheat there. But the rest of my body isn't as bad as it could have been because I've been doing like a form of um, what is it called? Washo, washout, whatever. So every other day. So it's been from really bad, but the areas I don't have, like my butt, sag like a mofo. So yeah, and if you liked your butt back, it'll be gone. You know that. You're a real public servant, Cricket. I love that, Adam. Bowie. I got that the week after he died. That was my Bowie. My mom got me into Bowie. She just thought he was absolutely gorgeous. So, if uh, it wasn't for the last 4 years, but when I began being diabetic, I refused to go on insulin, so I changed my entire diet and lost a bunch of weight. Oh, okay. Well, weirdly enough, the Wegovys made me perfect. Problem is that since I'm no longer diabetic, they're not paying for it anymore, and I've only gone through one test. So I need to, I'm trying again today to get them to refill it. Um, I do, luckily enough, have 4 pens left of the very first, the lightest, like dosage, but it's holding on. I had an egg salad bagel this morning, and boy, am I not eating again. So I sort of blew it today, but hey. Um, but yeah, what I wanted to do with the last set of pens was learn how to eat. So can't necessarily go off what I've eaten in the past 7 months, I think it is. Um, because I haven't hardly eaten at all, and that's not going to help if I do that. So I have to learn how to balance things. So it's a price pending still. I have a chance. And my Ambien's ready. If I could only get in the car now. And the brother won't be back early enough. Yes, that's awesome too, that you could actually change your lifestyle. That is so cool. We should all start a channel because we're all changing our lifestyles around the same time. Or have a lifestyle we've changed too. You have like confabs about I'm having a day or I'm not having a day or I haven't eaten anything all day. That was my problem. Um, I'd lose weight, but then I realized that I'm hardly eating, and then I would eat and gain it right back. I only did it a couple of times, but still, it was really scary. What's your take on artificial sweeteners? They're awful. Aspartame gave me migraines. I know you asked Ellie, but I'm going to tell you. Sucralose is way too sweet. I actually eat sugar because you don't eat a lot of sweeteners if you just eat sugar. because the sweeteners are designed to make you eat more sugar or sweetener or whatever. So it's not good for you. So I've stayed purely on sugar. I was pre-diabetic for 25 years and then hit diabetes 2 last November and have been working on it ever since. So weirdly enough, the only reason I started eating sugar a lot was because of Papa Cat, because he loves dessert. I was never a dessert person. I was maybe a candy bar once in a while person. And then I started eating dessert and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't. And so now I have a legitimate reason for not eating dessert anymore. That's what happens when you're hopelessly enamored with your husband. I thought my boobs would shrink when I lost 250 pounds, but they didn't. Mine did. Yep, lost a whole cup. Boring. But, and TMI, considering I'm never without a bra ever, at least I didn't have to put up with them pointing down. Thank you very much for my TED Talk. You have strict eating rules now. I only eat between 1 and 7 p.m. Nothing processed, fried, or fast food. I don't take one in more than 1,000 calories a day. I drink coffee in the morning and then water only. I've gotten rid of fast food. Then that takes care of fried because I don't make fried food. So I knocked fast food out last month. Took a while. It's really hard when you have a freaking In-N-Out and a Jollibee within half a mile. And if anybody wants to know, Jollibee is Filipino fast food. Oh, and a Panda. So that was hard, but I'm trying not to think about it. Mine shrunk when I lost 90. They grew back when I gained it back. Right. I know that's not what I'm worried about. They'd come back, but I don't want them to come back because I got rid of all my old bras. And I found the smaller version of the bras that I had because I loved them and they still made them. Have you tried the new moisturizer? No, KA, because I told you I still had my Elemis and Amazon had a deal on my Elemis. It was only $10 more than I was paying for it when it was bad. But at the time, I got the number 7 SPF from Walgreens and it works great. So I wasn't doing it to be bratty. I was doing it because I was having a bad day and it was one of those, I need to buy something. Well, I'll try this. Well, I have to buy 2 instead of 1. Damn, this works. So I think I'm not going to be able to try it for a while. So Adam, I still eat chicken, but no red meats. I eat a lot of steamed veggies and salads, rarely pastas, maybe once every 8 weeks. I don't eat bread. I only use pita. This is my problem. I come from the land of sourdough. We are one big walking carb. I will have to, I don't mind veggies. Veggies are fine. I just put some Mrs. Dash on them. I've been on Mrs. Dash since it came out because my mom got rid of salt very early in my childhood. So when Mrs. Dash came out, we had a ball. So I can put Mrs. Dash all over everything. I put it on salads. I put it on veggies. I put it, everywhere. And I do low sodium everything else. And that was just by habit. So it wasn't something I meant to do. Um, so I don't mind the veggies. I just carbs. Live in the San Francisco Bay Area and not try to run into someone's sourdough or someone's bread bowl or someone's, and it's like I'm curbing it back. I'm learning how to curb it back. My problem is I don't like corn tortillas, which would be the answer to everything. It's what my mother told me all life long because she was a corn tortilla freak. And I'm like, that's nice. Nope. I only like flour. I never had homemade corn tortillas, so I wouldn't know anything about that. So, hi Heather, you have to come over to my house one of these days so you and I can go down to San Jose and go to the Hello Kitty Cafe. How was that? Oh, I forgot. Corn burrito. No, corn taco shells. I like flour burrito shells. Is that what it is? That's awful. Your discipline protects you. Yes. And it's also, it's habits. I was reading a book on habits. And once you can get those habits in you, they're easy to keep. That's the thing. That's why the dessert thing has been getting smaller and smaller because I'm purposely making it a habit. Um, it was this whole book on habits. It's really interesting actually, because it was a lot more of a neuroscience via uh from a Bombeck sort of it's good. Um, but yeah, it also talks about, why this brain does that and why they named things that aren't necessarily have anything to do with the prefrontal. It's not just the prefrontal, stuff like that. It's interesting. Um, unfortunately, let me see. Fortunately, I need surgery to correct it. The insurance will cover it. I just can't do any more surgeries. Mentally, it's exhausting. Yes. I get it, Bex. Also, it's like, I don't want to be down for another 6 weeks. And I don't think it helps you to heal if you're fighting it, honestly. So yeah, eventually I'm going to have a tummy tuck, and it's going to be catch me for a while. I've got 2 years to maintain. Once I maintain, then I'm sure everything will be covered. So that sucks. I'm already off my BP meds now. Show off. I know my blood pressure has been great too. She's thinking about taking mine off. Uh, Pita is good, much lighter than regular bread. Yes. Problem is, I'm really spoiled. Actually, no, not with pita. I was thinking of naan. Pita I ate as a teenager. My mom got off wheat bread for a little while and we did pita, which is very interesting having a liverwurst sandwich and pita bread. Mm. You like it better now. If you have a good brand, yeah, it is a lot. It is really good. Have you ever tried burrito shells? Burrito shells are actually fattening. Taco shells aren't. So they don't sell them in your area. Where the heck are you, Ellie? No, but shells are fattening. Can't eat pasta, rice, bread, or tortillas. If I do, is it tostado or toast? Ah, it's the one thing I'm just not gonna do. I can give up sugar. I can't give up carbs. So they just put a jelly bean by my house. Should I try it out? It depends on who you talk to. Some people say the traditional Filipino, you get fried chicken and spaghetti there. Actually, I don't think I've eaten at a Jollibee yet, but now I can't. Where we live, South City, it's the largest concentration of Filipino people in the country. So we had a lot of Hawaiian barbecues. I could get spam or adobo at like 10 different places. So you should look at the menu. But yeah, if straight up Filipino people say the fried chicken or the spaghetti, because spaghetti is like ketchup or something really weird. Ugh, I'd be happy in a size 14, 16. I have too much of a frame for less. I'm hoping swimming will help right now. I just pull exercise for mental health. Yes, but you know what? That mental health is still making you move, and it's good that you're doing it. So, it's like I asked my doctor once, I said, so if I whip out the OCD and clean the house, would that be considered exercise? And she's like, the way you talk about it, yes. Um, just keep it on a regular basis, like cleaning the garbage disposal. It's like I'll clean the baseboards, all of them, the whole house one day, stuff like that. And she's like, yes, getting off your butt is exercise when all you do is sit around. So my doctor was anything that you feel like you're accomplishing something, then do it. So swimming is awesome. Changing eating habits is difficult, but you get used to it. Right, the habit thing. Um, unfortunately, I can't swim because of the hair. Then I never really caught on to it. I mean, I learned how to swim because there was a gorgeous lifeguard when I was a teenager. And then I was just way too self-conscious to swim, even though I was doing the long sleeves back then and the shorts back then. I dog paddle. I can really swim, but all I do is dog paddle. So I finally just gave up. I never adapted to it. It was fun though. And now I use my hair as an excuse because, it's not a permanent dye. It's a semi-permanent. So I'd be leaving a trail of black behind me. Let's see. Scooter is an apple and cricket is a pear. I am an inverted triangle. I think they call it when you finally get down to where the tummies aren't sticking out because my shoulders are bigger than my hips. Yeah. So, which screws up everything because I'm so used to doing, was it not princess waists, but um peplums that I got to stop using that. And that's all I have to say. Elio, don't drink water, but I need to flavor it or I don't drink enough. This is where the bougie habit has come in. Smart water. I drink smart water. And in my Kitty Stanley, I put smart water ice cubes in my smart water. Unfortunately, growing up in Oakland, Oakland water tastes like smart water. Isn't that weird? We were going to move to Oakland, so it would have been no big deal. Move to Alameda. They buy their water from Oakland, and guess what? I don't know what they do with their filters because it sure as hell does not taste like Oakland water. I used to take Oakland water to Hayward, which is 3 cities down south, in gallon jars or like Arrowhead jars, thingies to my house. Um, so it was, and people who drink it are like, it does taste like Arrowhead. It's like, I know. So I've done hot smart water, but I get big bottles. And it's the only thing is the water bottle is the water from my Kitty Stanley that has uh smart water ice cubes. You can flavor a drink with a fruit. You don't necessarily have to put in one of those packets. I haven't found the packet to put in yet. Um, but you can squeeze a lemon, a lime, grapefruit, an orange. Anything you can squeeze into um water or make a slushy out of it that's flavored and with a strawberry or something, then drink it like that. So there are ways to cheat. Ooh, I have IBS, so very limited diet. Yes. Depends on how you have it too, because there's just a million different ways to have it. Mm, I hope you are definitely in the talks with your doctor about what you can eat that won't make you unhealthy. We had to go through that with Papa Cat because of the pills he was taking. He couldn't eat anything with vitamin K, and that's dark food unless he ate it dark green, unless he ate it every single day. So it was just like, what do we do to, blah, blah, blah. And then me not going out all the time. Honest goth girl, believe it or not. My doctor is having a fit about my vitamin D intake, and we worked about what I should be doing for the vitamin D thing, lactose-free milk, stuff like that. So it's just a matter of talking. I'm sorry, I'm going back. Going back to how'd you get over that I don't drink water? I hate it. Heather, going low carb can help my IBS a lot. Scooter, I was like that, but I forced myself after 2 weeks. I can go back. Yeah, 3 weeks. It's not a lie. They say it's 3 weeks to get your brain into a habit and 3 weeks to get your brain out of a habit. I used it with exercising. My body hurt for the first 3 weeks, and then literally I'd wake up one morning and it was fine. Uh, Scooter, I was like that, but I forced myself, and after 2 weeks, I can't go back. 3 weeks. Ellie may be the only human on the planet who actually drinks enough water. It was given. It was gives her the power to control everything. Yes, it's what gives her the power to control everything. Definitely. Um, I'm trying. God knows I'm trying. That's why I have the Hello Kitty Stanley, and because it's the 40 ouncer and the ice cubes for it. It's like I have no reason not to take it. It does not taste funny because also I've had these bizarre taste buds my whole life. They calmed down during COVID. Fortunately, they made me a lot like something, but they've come back finally. That's how I also know I'm over my long COVID because everything tastes normal again. Um, 100 ounces per day. Damn, girl, your watches must love you. Ah. Carbs seem to be all I can eat. So many intolerances, which is really weird because to me, if I eat a lot of carbs, it's just like flushing me out. That's why I'm like, okay. My parents were hippie enough that I have had liverwurst sandwich with pita bread. Thank you. So remember, I had the one extra one, alfalfa sprouts. Because we're the same age, Missy. So your parents went through it too. Wheat bread, alfalfa sprouts, liverwurst. Try to trade that, even in the 70s. Hey, Carrie Ann. Start with the water being super cold, almost frozen. Then, as you drink it, it will cleanse your system. Then, in 2 weeks, you'll be able to drink room temperature water. I'm a cold water person. The best thing that ever happened to me was the ice maker. 15 years ago, we had to replace the refrigerator and we got it in freezer ice maker. Oh my God, I was in heaven. And then we moved here and it's in the door. So the best thing for me is an ice maker. Anytime it gets even too not full cold enough, I stop. So it's like I have to learn to keep putting ice in my drinks. So I don't mind when they dilute because what I have in the morning is a green tea lemonade, which is 2/3 green tea and 1/3 lemonade. And then I just work off of it the rest of the day. And then at nighttime, I have my Hello Kitty Stanley. Because water, especially if you just put more water in it, doesn't go bad. Cardiologists have limited my hummus to more than. Yes, they did that to my mom too. They cut my mom down tremendously because she was like Ellie. And my mother hated it. And it was, yeah, it was about her, she had, something about her heart. I can't remember. But yeah, the cardiologist like cut it off. So my mom would sit there when we go to lunch and just complain that she couldn't drink any more water. So I understand that one. Interesting, Ellie. I'll try it. Yep, Kay. Yeah, Ellie, keep water by me at all times. Mexican Coke is a treat. Real sugar. I know we get them in a 4 pack, and it usually takes us about a month and a half to do them because we split them. Me and Papa Cat. That's why it was like one of those jokes about this is going to be our expensive is when Mexican Coke goes through the roof. But then was it there's a there's a Coke plant on the border. Supposedly it was going to go to um corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup, and it didn't, but got scared there because that's where the Mexican Coke comes from in California. So where did I got low. I got lost again. And Becky and her tortillas. I know that's why I can't keep calling them shells because I call them tortillas too. They're very strange to be called shells. And was that Scots thing also? So la 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 la. Yeah, I keep water by me all times too. Doesn't mean I'll drink it. They have these great inventions called swim caps. No. But I have a not great invention called my hands. I'd be the one with a whole batch of hair sticking out here. 64 ounces is great. I just like the water, so I drink more. Plus, I have kidney disease, so it helps me more than I thought. Yes. Which messed my mom up, diabetes and heart, cardiovascular heart disease. Something was really scary. The joke was we tried to kill her one weekend. Can't remember what it was, but yeah, between the both of them, oh, she was not amused because she would always say that she drank a lot of water for her kidneys and then she couldn't. So, but 64 is technically all you'd need. That's what they tell us is 64. And you can get watch apps. Most of us have these things now or our phones that'll remind us. I have one remind me that says drink water. Don't pay attention to it, but I'm trying. Let's see. Now I lost it. They do have some pretty cool Needle swim caps now that would keep your hair safe. Ah, okay. I had gastric bypass surgery. You did? Eating too much sugar caused my sugar to drop and I become hypoglycemic. Ooh, my body thinks I ate a whole chocolate cake and dumps insulin. Yeah. So you've had one. I don't know anybody who's had one. I've heard threats, but nobody's ever followed through because it scared them immediately into trying to take care of themselves. So, with the hypoglycemic thing, yeah, I would suffer from it when I was younger. And it's also why I probably got off of sugar. Or my mother got off me sugar because I was hyper. So, doctor said take me off of sugar. And then I started eating sugar and oh yeah, it was a pain in the ass. I have tried flavoring my water with fruit. Ciao, Heather. If it comes in a powder, it can't be good for you, I would think. Depends. I'm trying to think, what's that whole paycheck? I bet you there's it would just be the preservatives they use to make it powder. They're like Gatorade drinks that I would drink that are powder, powder, whatever the hell they are. I don't know if I'd make it a constant, but I do it. Um, Hi to Heather. I drink coffee, water, and on occasion Gatorade or a Mexican Coke. Some Gatorade doesn't have real sugar in it. Only drink things with real sugar in it. What is a Mexican Coke? Mexican Cokes are made, I think ours is in Tijuana. There's a Coke bottling plant because they figured out that Americans want this. All of the Coke in America is made with high fructose corn syrup, which is really bad for you because it sets off all the alarms in your head. And it got to be a joke for a long time ago because the taquerias would have Mexican Cokes because you know what? They would go down to Mexico and bring Coke back. So it got to be a name, a Mexican Coke. And if you look on the ingredients of a Mexican Coke, it has sugar. And if you look at the ingredients of a regular Coke, it has sugar cane, or not sugar cane, high fructose corn syrup, which you should avoid anywhere. You should read your labels and realize how much high fructose corn syrup is out there. It's not good for your body. I have stopped eating it years ago, easily, at least 5 years ago now, which is a pain in the ass when I want to drink something else. The only other thing that I've seen here besides the Mexican sodas is Sprite. No, Mountain Dew. There's a sugar Mountain Dew, I think, at our local Safeway. And I'm like, oh no, I don't need Mountain Dew. Might as well just be drinking liquid death or something. Yes. So, and they were really made in Mexico. I think they still are made in Mexico, but they're made at the border town. I want to say it's Tijuana for California, and I think it goes somewhere Texas. There's another one there. So I used to liverwurst, but on rye, not pita. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Also pumpernickel. Yum, Mexican Coke. Ellie, it's made with real cane sugar. Yes. I always check the pH value of the water I consume. pH 6.5 and above is best for ladies due to osteoporosis. It's more alkaline than acidic. Acidic water is good for washing squeaky hair. Just saying. You so nebulous. Thank you. Oh yeah, liverwurst with alfalfa sprouts. I'd block that. My mother started on alfalfa sprouts. We had been doing bean sprouts and everything, which is easy to get when you know, in Oakland. Hell, our grocery sections were hilarious. Bok choy, bean sprouts, collard greens, all before they showed up in regular stores anywhere else. So I thought he was going to put bean sprouts in my sandwich. I didn't know she had changed to alfalfa sprouts. Those things are gross, and you feel like a freaking sheep eating food. I got better at it. I don't know what kind of power my parents had on over me. I never let anybody in when they weren't home. I never like wasted my food. It's really weird. But I finally started pulling the alfalfa sprouts out of my sandwiches because it was like I felt like I was grazing. I was 13 and 14. The last thing I wanted to think about was me grazing in a farm when I had to worry about being on my period. Oh. See, Carrie Ann? I've triggered you now. You can't comfortably drink cold water. Okay. No, that's very common. That is weirdly common. My grandmother couldn't drink anything cold either. So it was always room temperature or warm. Drink a lot of coffee. Smoke a lot of Pall Malls. Live to be 80. 84, that's pretty good. 83, that's pretty good. And the only reason we lost her is because she was supposed to be with one or the other sister, my aunt or my mom, and they both didn't realize it. And she spent about 3 days on the floor and lived for a year after that, but wasn't the same. So, Nebula says I drink alkaline water and also have a reverse osmosis water filter in my sink. You know, smart water makes an alkaline. Should I be drinking that? But, ooh, no. Okay, I have to go look this up because one of the reasons I never went to Burning Man was because of the playa. And this just gets weird after this. See, that's why you sort of just go, I'll just stick with what I have. Alkaline. Never heard of it. Does it say Mexican Coca-Cola on the bottle? No, but let's see, what's the latest version? There's ones that come about this tall in 4-pack, and the Coca, the emblem outside of it, like in the carton holder, is more old fashioned. It's like it's a cream base instead of a white base, and then it has red with little thingies on it, and it says Coca-Cola. And I think it has, well, obviously now Coke is shipping it up because I can get it at Safeway. It used to have like the Mexican stamps on it. But if you ever wonder, read the ingredients. It will say sugar. Nothing that doesn't have sugar in it will say sugar. It will either say sugar or high fructose corn syrup. What's the latest one? The latest one is, I haven't researched it because I've been drinking sugar from natural fruit juices or something. San Pellegrino just started that. Husband and brother have been drinking that. I have to look it up. So, because I'm really weird about it. I have managed not to mess up and be sitting on just pre-diabetes for 25 years. It was such a bummer to have finally gone full blown last year. Um, I was eating a lot of pastry. Yes, feeling sorry for myself because of the long COVID and just going, forget it then. And ate a lot of sugary things. So it's probably what knocked me over. So did I finally, I'm getting closer. Whoops. Nope. Every time I think I get closer, they come in glass bottles. Yes. And it does taste very different. They come in glass, old fashioned Coke bottles. So, and they make them in like 8 and 16. So if you see a Coke bottle by itself, especially if you go to taquerias, or even Mexican restaurants, they'll tell you if it's a Mexican Coke or not. It's not a slight to say that. But yeah, if you see one in a bottle, check ingredients and then put it over ice and then enjoy it. When they imprisoned me, they expected fury. Instead, I studied the wilds. I learned the shape of containment, remembered everything. There is no mercy in me tonight, only the absence of cruelty. That is Tom Hanks. That is um I know the movie. Jail Guard. Can't remember. Hi, Clark. Japanese national water with the longest lifespan statistically normally consume water that is around 9 pH. Just saying. Becky, interesting. Yes. Hello to Clark. I have a drink water reminder on my phone, but when I look at wearing glasses, Rowdy Roddy Piper gave me it just saying, okay. I know who he is, and I don't watch wrestling anymore. Someone actually saw him in real life, and I had a shirt. A friend of mine given me that I was wear to bed, and he told him that I sleep with him every night, and he was like, "Oh yeah, tell her good." Forever chemicals affects the majority of American water. A high percentage of the population have them in their blood. Yes. Which was hilarious because for the longest time there was a spring off of a freeway, 92, which was very curvy when you get to a certain point. And there was a spring that had just water. They finally diverted it and put it somewhere that people would stop to get water from. And everybody's like, oh, that's crap. And then you get water from it and you're like, okay, I'm getting in line. It was great. Didn't mess you up. Didn't do anything. But of course, last time I drove by there, it has been completely closed off. Let's see. Ellie, I thought you were talking about Mexican Coke. I did too. Becky, I don't know what you were talking about. Oh, here we go. Ellie, there's a rumor that I'm the queen of the South. Becky, that's the word on YouTube screets. Really? Becky knows snow? So when are we scheduling it that we all meet up in Las Vegas? Not Texas. No. Ugh. Texas makes me creepy. Even if it's Austin, they always declare the mineral content. It's rare to see a manufacturer ever mention pH value on bottled water despite its importance. Like I said, there is a alkaline smart water. It might be weird in every other part of the world or country, but this is San Francisco Bay Area. And what's in the San Francisco Bay Area? Berkeley. It's where Whole Paycheck started. Whole Foods started as co-op. Co-op used to be the hippie store where you could get, before it was fancy, a pound of lentils out of the little pound thing. So I'm sure they have it listed somewhere. It's very weird to go to Whole Foods and having it be so expensive because it wasn't expensive until about 10 years ago. So when they got rid of everybody that didn't look right. A couple of my friends got laid off. One had blue hair and the other one had a pierced nose. Uh, or some other place. I like Vegas. And you don't have to drink to go to Vegas. In Texas, they put ice in milk because it's so freaking hot there, hot and humid. That's weird. Fuzzy, can you imagine how many memberships I could give if it were true? Mahatma Mahathir Mohamad is 100 sharp as a tack. La la la. LOL, LOL. It does have a label that says imported from Mexico. Good. Okay. All I think is that Coke is actually taking them from the Tijuana plant and bringing them up here now because I'm seeing them in Safeway. Not just the one bottle or something or the 12 bottles you see at the local taqueria. It's like they're really in handles in different sizes, which is good because the people who own the taquerias haven't gotten stupid. we stopped getting them from there when one of the Cokes cost $10 and Papa Cat paid for it. And I was like, don't you ever do that again. Let's see. Reverse osmosis is kind of good for removing impurities, though some are good for the taste. Gotta go play trivia with the daughter. Ciao, Scooter. Have a good one. Scooter, enjoy. Take care, Scooter. Hi, Booze. Hi, Cher. He's not here. He's back east. Jail guard at Rutger Mellencamp film. A Rutger Mellencamp film? No, wasn't jail guard. Oh, no, it sounds like the other one, the Stephen King one. Uh, Mexican long oak. Hello, yes, we are all wild and crazy guys. I was 7, first year, SNL. My brother came home, said, you need to watch this. So I had a TV in my room and saw it from the second episode on until I think Eddie Murphy. And yeah, so every Sunday night, well, 3 Sundays out of 4, or Saturdays out of 4, I would get SNL, and started in 75. So I was 8, 7, 7. Any new wildlife entries, share? You remember when Whole Foods was bread and circus? Whole Foods it is now, yeah. It is definitely a racket now. Bezos owns it, so. Fuzzy caught a constipated buzzard. It got bit 3 times by a pet client. New blue healer. That count? Yep. Poor buzzard. How do you get constipated off of people? Think about what that person was like. Aren't blue healers a little scrappy anyway? Share. Anyone going to Vegas must say hi to Eric and the sign. Yes. Well, I also have another reason to go to Vegas. Christy, who comes and visits occasionally, she lives in Vegas now. So I promised her we'd go there. Um, are you okay? Yeah, are you okay with your bites? You're good this time. Okay. SNL was my second love after Carol Burnett. Yes. Yeah, I saw the Gone with the Wind. Was it premiere also? Yeah, they always talk about television, eating the kid's soul. I'm sorry, but Friday night, Saturday night, you had the Love Boat, you had Fantasy Island, you had the Donnie and Marie show, you had Carol Burnett. You had whatever else. It's like we were glued to the TV and it didn't rot our brains. Made us maybe. But we also went outside and did things. Oh, I got an explanation today too. Oof. I've got a scar in a weird place on my tummy at my hips and my pelvic area because I probably fell on my hip when I was a kid and your body doesn't adjust yet. So it doesn't Uh, so it will actually move more. And I said it makes sense because I had a scooter. Actually, I had a kick and go. I had metal roller skates. I had a bike. The only thing I didn't have was a skateboard because I fell down a little too hard originally. And my mom went, no. There's even this Christmas picture of me with a big old mark right here because my face hit a curb. So it was like, well, that makes sense. I was like every typical kid. It's like nowadays kids must be really fragile. I mean, none of that broke my any bones. I guess I was lucky. I broke bones later, but even hitting the curb, going at least a decent amount. Maybe that's what the skateboard was. Yeah, I think it was my cousin's skateboard. My mom went, hell no. So it didn't give me a cracked cheek or anything. So hmm. I forgot to annotate Jail Guard, a Rutger Mellencamp film, never existed, never will. Thank you. Yes, Adam, you're supposed to put those things there, remember? All vultures gorge. Oh, they can't fly for hours. Teenagers overeat. Adults just abandon them. Dumb birds. Then that means they're stuck with the survival forever. Poor things. It's bad enough when humans have constipation. Think about a bird. You got to fly around with all of that. Ugh. I enjoyed Mother Marcus on Carol Burnett. Mother Marcus. Oof, excuse me. Ugh. Don't burp egg salad. That's how I know the Wegovy's starting to calm down too. I have none of that exists on the Wegovy. Ugh. Captain and Tennille. Yes. Captain and Tennille. Donnie and Marie. Who was with Donnie and Marie also? Because and Carol Burnett was, we'll call it Channel 5, KPIX, CBS. Donnie Marie was ABC. Fanny Sand, Love Boat, ABC. There had to be something else on Carol Burnett on CBS. I don't remember. Very interesting. Shear's blood can probably be used as an anti-venom by now. Yep. Mm. Whose line is it anyway? Oh my God, yes. It was, I think, the last thing I ever watched faithfully as a TV show. I love that show. That show was crazy. Yeah, that was Sunday. And that was, I think it was Channel 2, which was the independent channel. Yeah, had to be. No, because I think it was all at the same time as Lawrence Welk. Lawrence Welk was NBC. I hated Lawrence Welk. Oh my God. It was like I had been grounded if I had to put up with Lawrence Welk. Blech. The irony of Captain Tennille is they had a loveless marriage. Yes, that I know. LOL. Probably, yes, anti-venom. I loved Hee Haw too. Yes. Muppet Show, Hee Haw, Petticoat Junction. I'm trying to think at the time. I can't remember any of the ones. I keep drooling now this time my mouth. And in case anybody's wondering, it's like, why? TV is not what it was, what it used to be. TV in the 70s and 80s were so great. Yeah, that, and you could sit there and dance to your television. You could be a 8-year-old kid and you still wouldn't be bothering your parents. So that was the fun part about, live studio audiences. Hey there, Animal Audit Corner. Hello, Animal Audit Corner. How are you? Out now, Ebola can't kill. You know, I'd believe it. I would totally believe it, Cher. TV before, well, actually, TV after cable was awesome too, because what killed TV was hundreds of channels. Because we had cable since I was 5, because the cable company's number was one different than my parents' number. My parents refused to give it up. So they made an agreement with the cable company that they would get cable for free and they wouldn't have to change their number. So I had cable from 6 on, and then I got my own television when I was 7. Um, that's when I got to move out of my parents' room because I had a small windpipe and I had braces on my legs. It was a mess. So when I could finally not have to sleep in my parents' room anymore, I got my own room and television. So I had cable uh, till I left. See, I keep drooling on the side of my mouth. The cool thing is when I became a real Catholic, when I got confirmed, I got a color television and I got a cable box. So it was really cool. 13-inch color television, but hey, it was the 80s. It was the early 80s. See, hello. I had to watch Lawrence Welk with the grandparents. I know. Thank God my grandmother hated Lawrence Welk. My mom, I think, would watch it when my dad wasn't home. One of my babysitters loved it. I hated it. It's like, I don't understand. Keith Partridge was dreamy. Yes, he was. Uh, Holton J. Sheen was great. I don't remember what that's from. I Dream of Jeannie, That Girl, The Flying Nun, Sally Fields. They were all in reruns by the time I came across them. I had the Bob Newhart show. I had Bosom Buddies. I had Mork and Mindy. Um, I'm trying to think. Uh, Ironside, I think, was still on. My grandmother watched all of those. So, Muppet Show, Mutual Omaha. Then Sunday night was the rest of the crime shows. Yeah. Reptiles and spiders in Australia. I would believe it. I would totally believe it. Love the Flying Nun. It was such a goofy show. Even when I was little, I knew it was a goofy show. Now I'd just call it Catholic propaganda. Superfuzz was all the time in the early days of HBO. That's how I saw my videos to begin with, because Northern California didn't get MTV when it came out. We got it like a year later, at least, and we had something called California Music Channel. So we had that. But HBO would start at the top of the hour. So if it ended, it would play a video. So I got to see Talking Heads, uh, Video Killed the Radio Star, all of those on HBO. And since my parents wouldn't change the channel, because I didn't have HBO until I was 13, um, they would watch them and make fun of them, of course. And I would just be like, who is this? Who is this? So, and then when I got old enough to have HBO, actually, the one thing I loved about having the cable box was that I got CNN. Back then, CNN was good. I watched CNN almost all the time. That's why I have a news problem, which I don't have anymore because the news is crap now. So I try to watch the other channels on YouTube, but I sit and run the news. I could sit and run the news for 16 hours a day and be happy. You really like The Flying Nun, of course. My Favorite Martian, yes. Oh, then you got into Lost in Space and Banana Splits and trying to think. See, my brain goes to the channel that I would watch. Brady Bunch, uh, Monkeys, Family Affair. The Monkeys played on MTV in the summer for a couple of years. That's when everybody went on summer vacation at the same time. Ironside made me laugh. I love to laugh. Well, Jim gives the lion his enema. You need life insurance too. Yes. Well, Jim removes the gamekeeper from the lion's tummy. You need insurance. Ah, yes. Pam Dauber from Mork and Mindy is married to that hot guy, Mark Harmon. Yes. They're doing a Gen Z remake of Wild Kingdom hosted by Marlon Twerkins. Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. See, I'm not that bad. Sherry is now known as Mork Harmon. I can never, was Ed Sharp from Fuzz. I can never see Mark Harmon as anything but Ted Bundy. Didn't even think of that. Wasn't he on NCIS? I watched NCIS because it had a goth girl. Rhoda! All in the Family, George, the Jeffersons, Maud. I loved Maud. I don't know why. Um, Kiss My Grits. You guys know that one. Dynasty, not Landing. I didn't watch all these, but it's like I'm thinking, when did I change the channel to? There was a Carlton Your Doorman cartoon spinoff. Really? I loved Carlton. Young Jim from Mutual Omaha died recently here in Albany. His family has a sanctuary here. It's private. Oh, bummer. They should open it for a little while now that he's passed, just so people can see. Alice. Thank you. Alice. Um, I'm trying to think now. What is connecting with Alice? That was Sunday, I think. No, yeah. No, Sunday was the Don't Laugh Day. So that was the crime shows. Alice was Thursday, Wednesday, because Nothing Good was on Monday, because Monday had Monday Night Football and then baseball. Um, I thought you did. I actually turned on your channel and I saw this, Dusty. I saw this hat, like about this big, with string on it, and it was black, and I went and turned channel. Ah, yay! Yeah, Maud's clothes were awesome. And she could rock that hairdo, even though that hairdo was so out of style. Abby was a goth girl, yes. And she even said when she stopped doing it, she was like, she had gotten so used to being the goth girl that she was slightly alternative. And she was the perfect goth girl. She had the perfect wardrobe. Whoever did her wardrobe and her hair must have been in the scene. I don't know who did it. Nobody's ever claimed to do it. So she might have been the only one who did it. Good Times was a Mod spinoff. Yes. Hi Dusty. Alice was Kiss My Grits. Yep. Hi Dusty. Desi Arnage did guest spot on Alice. Yep. 4+ hours of tie-dye today. Ooh, I had to, what was I had to do something because I was going to watch Scooter. So I saw mine, went to another channel, some chick in New York. She's a great apartment. Used to be known as the Queen of Jeans or something. She was talking about the Met Gala. Um, and then didn't go to Scooter because I was doing the dishes. And supposedly, okay, total gossip time. It's because I do it as a way to totally deflect my brain into another world. Supposedly, Bezos is buying Vogue for Sanchez. It would explain why her wedding dress was on the cover of Vogue and why Anna Winter has been pretty much said. Just had to throw that one out there. Apparently, supposedly, I don't know. It's all in my head, and I got to get this there for once. Eh, Flo got her own show. Yes, I watched that one too. Valerie Bertinelli. One day at a time. The Vern and Shirley Happy Days. Uh, Hello. Yeah, I can do it. Um, yep, it was. The intro to Alice was great. Yes. So, okay. 116. The Flow spinoffs co-starred Johnny Lewis, who was a Scientologist. I know they're all in there. Not amused. Um, I did watch The Simpsons for a couple of seasons, but I don't really care. But I care about that. Oh, someone's balloon has been popped today. Okay, I'm at 119. I'm going to go now because I'm really tired all of a sudden. Go figure. I've been pulled and mangled, and I have said more times than 1 hour than I ever want to do ever again. Forgot my damn ice pack. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow at 3 o'clock from here till I uns un un something until I figure out this tuck this muscle pull to shut up and get back to where it should be. I'll be here. So everybody stay safe. Yes. God, it did look like I just shoved something in my butt. See you guys all tomorrow. I love to my mods, love to my members, love to Dusty. Remember, if we don't ever make it to Vegas, I'm going on the 5th to Florida. December 5th to Florida. So like, sub, member, Go buy food before it gets too expensive. That's what you guys need to do today. Okay? I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.